y'all, it's Bella. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a book haul. Another one. But this one is built up a lot as far as like a bunch of sequels and books that were sent to me. So this might just be books that were sent to me in sequels for this one, because I want to get them downstairs. Because sequels I go through, like I read one sequel at a time, try to get through some. But I'll start out with books that were sent to me. I'm going to still try to say the illustrators as I go through them. First is a graphic novel, Summer Vamp by Violet John Karim. It's a graphic novel, so that's also the illustrator. And this comes out in May. A recipe, and I'm never sure if I'm allowed to show the art since it might not be the final art and it's in black and white, so that's why I'm not doing that. A recipe for disaster. After a lonely school year, Maya expects summer to be no different. She'll just hang around the house and watch cooking shows on her phone. She's already preparing for the worst, but then her dad's girlfriend registers her for culinary camp. Maya's boring summer is suddenly saved. Or not. Turns out that Maya isn't a culinary camp after all. She's at a camp for vampires. No wonder they all hate garlic. Can Maya make it through the summer, or is she next on the menu? And this was sent by Penguin Random House Kids, Penguin or Random House Kids Graphic. Thank you so much. And also by Random House Kids, they sent me Farrah, Noorzad, and the Ring of Fate by Deeba, Zargarpur. And this comes out in July. Highly anticipated release. Thank you so much. And the jacket art is by Alicia Trunfio. Farrah sees her father just one day every year, her birthday. But this year, her wish to bring them closer goes wildly awry when Farrah discovers she is half Jinn, and her father is one of the 7 great Jinn kings. Her wish traps her father inside a legendary ring, and the other 6 Jinn kings will follow unless Farrah can find a way to undo her mistake. Pursued by menacing shadow Jinn, she journeys to a floating mountain range, where her human blood makes her an outcast. Joined by Idris, the Jinn boy she inadvertently freed from the ring, and Yasin, her just-discovered half-brother, Farrah must find a way to navigate the mysteries and danger of her new world to save her father and face the most devious Jinn lord of all. So excited. Random House Kids also sent me Daydreamer by Rob Cameron. This comes out in August. And the jacket art is Dion MBD. Charles's life is split between 2 worlds, one real and one fantasy. In the real world, he is a lonely, bullied kid who can't keep up with school when the letters refuse to stay still on the page, and he's constantly in trouble for getting distracted. He lives with his mom in an apartment building where Glory, the grumpy old superintendent, fills his head with stories about the dream folk. In Charles's fantasy world, the sanctuary, he adventures with fairies and sprites and his 2 imaginary best friends. There, his bullies become ogres, and Glory opens his arms wide to transform into a dragon. But when trolls move into the apartment building and bring with them a terrible secret, the stories Charles has been told and the ones he brings to life grow more complicated. To protect everyone he cares about, Charles must harness his imagination in ways he never dreamed. And then Random House Kids also sent It Happened to Anna by Tehlor K. Mejia. And this comes out in August as well. This jacket art by so I'll have to look at it. Illustrator is Marcela Bolivar. Best friends forever. Sadie Rivera has been haunted all her life by a vengeful ghost. A ghost that doesn't want her to make any friends. The moment she tries, cue exploding light bulbs, chilling gusts of wind, and slamming doors. Last year, Sadie got fed up. Last year, she met a best friend, Anna. So when the ghost caused an accident that killed her best friend, Sadie knew it was all her fault, which is why she's not going to make any friends this year at her new school, at least until mysterious schoolgirl Mal shows up and the ghost doesn't bother her. But Mal wants Sadie all to herself, and she'll do anything to make sure it stays that way. Random House Kids also sent The Wonderful Wishes of Bee by Katherine Nolte. Comes out in June. So it says jacket art copyright to come, so I'll have to edit it. The jacket illustration is by Jen Bricking, who is an amazing illustrator. Beatrice Corwell has 1 crooked haircut, 8 trained cats, and 5 big wishes. She wishes that 1, Grandma Glad hadn't died. 2, Diane, her best and only friend, hadn't moved to Florida. 3, her mom actually knew how to cut hair. 4, her dad would visit. And 5, she had a baby sister. Bee's world has been filled with a lot of loss lately, so while she waits for her wishes to come true, she decides to turn herself into a Tin Man. After all, 10 hearts can't feel pain. That is until Caleb, her irksome classmate, mentions that he knows a real-life witch. Could Caleb be telling the truth? Will believing in magic melt Bee's metal heart, or will this one be one more wish left unanswered? And the Random House Kids also sent me, a lot of these are highly anticipated releases, The Magic Paintbrush by Zhang. Art with Eric Darnell. Art by Phoebe Zhang. and this comes out in May. What if your art came alive with one stroke of a paintbrush? Luna, living, breathing Luna, leapt out of the sketchbook and crouched at the foot of the bed. Amy's drawing of her beloved imaginary friend had come to life. In this highly illustrated adventure, Amy unwillingly unleashes the power to make her art real, and sometimes dangerous. So excited for this. Random House Kids also sent me It Came from the Trees by Allie Russell. This comes out in July. And that jacket art is Chris Shahan. The wilderness is in Jenna's blood, but she's never encountered a creature like the one that took her best friend Reese. Her parents don't believe her, the police are worthless, following the wrong leads, and the media isn't connecting the dots between Reese's disappearance and a string of other attacks. Determined to save her friend, Jenna joins a new scout troop and ventures back into the woods. When the troop stumbles across suspicious signs, huge human-like footprints near the camp, scratch marks on trees, and ominous sounds from the woods, Jenna worries that whatever took Reese will take her too. Can she trust her scout leader? And will her new friends believe her? After the unthinkable happens, the scouts, armed with only their wits and toiletries, band together to fight the creature and survive the night. And those are all advanced readers copies before. And then Random House Kids sent me a finished copy of Bumps in the Night by Amalie Howard. So beautiful. Very highly anticipated release. Jacket art is by Matt Rockefeller. 12-year-old Rika Lovelace is in trouble. The kind of trouble that sends her to her grandmother's boring estate in Trinidad for the summer. This time, though, the island feels different. As soon as she steps off the plane, strange things start happening, like being stalked by an iguana. Then Rika meets a group of kids called Minders who seem to have elemental powers. Even worse, creepy jumbies are lurking in the shadows. Needless to say, she wants a one-way ticket home, until the Minders let slip that her long-lost mom is in danger. She knows she can't leave now. Thrust into an adventure involving blood-curdling monsters, a supernatural silk cotton tree, and an endless maze, Rika must defeat the fearsome Jumbie King to save her family and new friends. But unless she learns to believe in herself, she'll never beat him or escape his twisted maze. And then it says Albert Whitman & Co., but I think a marketing specialist had messaged me. Either way, sent me an arc of South of Somewhere by Kalena Miller. This comes out in April. Jacket is by Alessandra Silos. What did Mom do? Andre whispers so quietly I can barely hear him. I'm about to dial again when a flash of yellow in the rearview mirror catches my attention. I crane my neck to see a taxi pull onto Astor Street. It skids to a stop, nearly crashing into a pair of kids on bicycles before making a frantic U-turn and speeding away. I feel Andre's hand twitch. Camille stops crying long enough to gasp. I put down the phone. We all follow her. None of us says a thing. That's all it says, and I'm very intrigued. Then the author reached out, and this is the third book in the series, and I love the first two, so of course I said yes when she asked if she could send me a copy when it became available, and this is out now. It's Beyond the Secret Lake by Karen Inglis, and this is the third in the series. Cannot wait to see what happens next. Since it is the third, I won't read a synopsis. Cover is by Stuart Bach. I think I see his last name. So excited. And then Holiday House sent this graphic novel. It's an advanced reader's copy. This is out now. Table Titans Club by Scott Kurtz. And he's also the illustrator. Valeria Winters has an easier time finding trouble than making friends. A fantasy-obsessed nerd with legendary confidence and temper of a Valkyrie, Val promises her mom that things will be different at her new school. No more fighting. As if by fate, she meets the Table Titans right away. Alan, Andrew, and Darius, who run the school's tabletop gaming club. Finally, Val has found her own adventuring party. Even better, a place where she belongs. So when the future of the club is threatened, Val makes it her personal quest to save the Table Titans. She'll have to face the fire-breathing wrestling coach and popular girl Kate, who seem out for revenge. Revenge for what? Val has no clue. As the quest grows more and more complicated, Val wishes she was like her peaceful druid Lulani from the Table Titans campaign, whose calm voice always prevails. If she loses her cool in real life, Val might mess up more than the club. She'll have to roll a natural 20 in charisma to keep her new friends together. And then Random House Kids sent me an arc of Tidemagic, The Many Faces of Ista Flit by Clare Harlow, illustrated by Carl James Mountainford, who is one of my favorites. This comes out in May. So excited. In Misty Shellwitch, magic ebbs and flows with the tides, granting the citizens extraordinary abilities every time the river rises. But people are disappearing, and rumor has it that they are being snatched by monsters. Ista Flit doesn't want to believe it. Not when her own father is missing. As she scours the city searching for clues, notorious thief Alexa Rokas finds her. Ista has a rare talent. She's a face changer, able to take on the appearance of anyone she's seen, and Alexa could use a girl with her skill. Ista could use Alexa's help in her search, but can she trust him? As more people vanish, Ista finds unexpected allies in Nate and Ruby, each searching for their own lost loved ones. This determined trio will need all the time magic they can summon to find out what connects thieves, monsters, and the missing, but they have no idea what danger awaits them in the hidden labyrinth of caverns deep below the city streets. And then this came out unsolicited, I believe, but I was very looking forward to it, so I was so happy it did. From Jellyfish Press, The Songbird and the Rambutan Tree by Lucille Abendanon. Did I say that? Thank you so much. This isn't already out now. I'll edit in here. Batavia, Dutch East Indies, 1942. Amy has the voice of an angel, but hasn't sung a note since a family tragedy. With war looming, her father plans to ship her off to a singing school in England for safety. But all Emmy wants to do is stay in Batavia with her best friend, Bhakti, even if it means sitting up with her snooty classmate, Violet. Then the Japanese army invades, and as war erupts in the Dutch East Indies, Emmy's world falls apart. When her own actions sabotage her chance to evacuate the island, Emmy is captured and confined in the Zhang, I'm not saying that right, prisoner of war camp with other women and children. Separated from her family and friends and silenced by her grief, Emmy will need all her strength to survive the war, find her voice, and reclaim her freedom. And then HarperCollins sent me The Myth of Monsters, Medusa, by Katherine Marsh, highly anticipated release. This is out now. And the illustrator for this one is by Millie Liu. And the illustrator for this one, Kirby Fagan. Ava Baldwin has always tried to keep her anger in check, just like her mom taught her. But when a boy tries to speak over her yet again in class, Ava explodes, rendering him frozen and unresponsive. Ava's parents whisk her off to her mother's alma mater, the Accademia del Forte, a mysterious international boarding school in Venice. There, Ava and her brother Jax discover that the Olympian gods founded the Accademia to teach the descendants of mythological monsters how to control their emotions and their powers and become functioning, well-adjusted members of society. But not everything at the Academia is as it seems. Soon, Ava realizes the school is hiding a dangerous secret. To uncover the truth, Ava and her new friends embark on the adventure that could change the way they view history, mythology, and themselves forever, or in their life. Now, this one was kind of long, so I'm going to break it down into 2 parts. So, the thumbnail cover might look very similar, or the same one. I don't remember how many thumbnail pictures I tried for this one. But this is the end of part 1 for this one. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Did you see any that you're interested in? Have you read any already? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.